Okay, welcome to another episode of Talking While Running. Very special guest, Brandon Doughty. We're out here in Flagstaff, filming on a lovely day in February. I'm Emmett. Brandon, thanks so much for joining us.
Yeah,
how you doing?
Doing well. Just ready for a nice easy run, a little chat.
Yeah.
See how things go.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so this is called Mailboxes, which I actually don't love that name, but that's what everybody calls it here. Because the road's called Crimson Road. So kind of a great name for a road.
Crimson is bad.
So, I don't know why we don't just say let's go to Crimson, but it's right next to Lake Mary, which most people will know about. Just like right over here, that's where we do a lot of workouts, but this is kind of the gravel section where we do some long runs, easy days, you know, whatever. Yeah, so we got 10 or 12 people total. We've got 3 girls that just hit the Olympic standard, Sharon, Rachel Schneider, and Winnie. That was in December, and then we got guys, me, Pat Casey, Blake Haney, Stephen Scully.
Yeah.
So we got a pretty good crew. 4 or 5. Got Matt Yano's on our team now.
Yeah.
So we're kind of building a good
Taking
squad.
over the flag.
Yeah, anywhere from 1500s to the marathon. Good little range. So. I think I'm just a competitive guy, and I was just good at it in middle school.
Okay.
Got lucky with some good coaches, and then I think honestly the fact that West Virginia isn't a great running school allowed me to be more competitive in running.
Yeah.
And it kind of made me want to get better and better. And eventually, you fall in love with what you're doing. And, I had guys like Jacob Bersham to compete with, but really only at like the state level.
Yeah.
So I think it was just kind of good for me, almost like I was listening to your run with Noah Doughty. He's talking about D3 and how that was good for him because he wasn't quite, there. If I was a California kid, I probably wouldn't be here right now,
Yeah, absolutely.
So, same kind of idea.
That's interesting, yeah.
I'll tell you, man, I knew nothing about college.
Yeah.
None of my family had ever gone to college.
Wow.
Like, I didn't know any athletes. Like, I didn't know what was going on. I was a kid that was getting letters from schools, and the only thing I knew is you can only visit 5 schools. So I was just denying everybody.
Okay.
I had no idea what I'm doing. January comes around my senior year, and I realized, wait, everybody's picking schools.
Yeah.
So I went on a couple visits, kind of fell in love with Oklahoma. It was honestly the best program that, was willing to recruit me and give me a little bit of money, and that was my plan, a successful running career. So I went with the best program, the best fit that seemed to be for me, and the rest is kind of history.
That's dope. Boomer Sooner, baby. Let's get it.
Boomer Sooner. I just had a totally different perspective on running now. I think, like my early time at Zap and in college, you just obsess about doing more, greater, faster, longer.
Yeah.
And especially with like Instagram now,
Yeah.
and social media, everyone's putting their best times up, and it's the compare game. And if I don't show it in practice, I can't race it.
Yeah.
But now I'm just like runs like this. I mean, I went 3 years. Half of that time I didn't run at all, and then the other half just in agony, like tears going down my face, pain kind of thing. So I'm just like running healthy right now.
Yeah.
And I'm just grateful.
Wow.
So I think, honestly, I wouldn't change a thing. If I could do it all again, I would have both surgeries. Like, I would get hurt my senior year. Like, I'm just in a good spot mentally, and physically I'm coming around. And, a lot of people might have forgot about me because I haven't raced on the track in 3 years, but I think I got a shot at this Olympic team in the steeple.
Right.
I really do. So. Well, I think a good little story to start off.
Okay.
So my freshman year, Martin Smith was my coach. He was at Iowa State now.
Yeah.
He was my coach for the first couple years. He's kind of a hard ass,
Okay.
That's a nice way to put it. But my freshman year, he comes up to me, he tells me, he's like, listen, Brandon, you you aren't talented enough to be an All-American in XYZ, but steeplechase, like, you got natural athletic ability, and you can do it there. It was a little bit harsh as an 18-year-old kid, and he might have been exaggerating a little bit, but you know, steeplechase is my bread and butter. I think sometimes in America we obsess over the form aspect of steepling, but it's just being an athlete. Like the water jump, everyone acts like is the hardest thing, but that's the easiest hurdle because you just step it. Right. So I like to compare it to like a log in the woods. Like if you're running, there's a big ass log, you put a foot on it and jump off of it. True. That's all it is. Yeah. It just gets overcomplicated.
Damn, he's right.
And it's, I mean, you see the Kenyans and Ethiopians, they don't hurdle. They get off and back onto the ground as fast as possible. Like, you got two legs going the same direction. Like, it does not look pretty, but they're setting the records. So it just shows, like, yeah, clean form is important, but it's efficiency. Like athleticism, getting back to the ground, snapping that foot back down, and then just hitting the next hurdle. So I think it just gets a little bit overthought sometimes.
Definitely.
Like, as a coach, my favorite part about running and honestly as an athlete is that, like, it can teach you, like, it's almost like a controlled environment where you can, like, go through trials and tribulations, like, without having, like, and growing as a person, like your character, like, without having to go through, like, hell and physical, like, divorce or, like, losing a loved one, that kind of stuff. Like, it's obviously nothing like that, but it's a controlled environment where, like, you continue to learn about yourself. Like, you put yourself out there, you go find out what you're capable of, and that's my favorite part about running. So I think that's the biggest thing that you can take away from just any level of running. It's just like life lessons. So. In today's world, like, if you have 5 minutes to yourself, you get on Instagram. Like, you're always on your phone, you're always doing something. You never just sit with your thoughts, right? Like, there's no silence. So, like, running is great for that. But next to running, just meditation, like just sitting, like, I don't even use apps anymore. I'll sit there, like you were running late today. I sat in my car for, 10, 20 minutes with my eyes closed, just sat with my thoughts.
Oh, wow.
Just put me in a good headspace, kind of makes you appreciate the moments you're in, like no matter what it is, like even if it's not like the best time of your life, you can just kind of enjoy things like a beautiful day, a cool breeze, absolutely, a nice easy run, that kind of thing. So it just kind of slowly got me to appreciate more little things and stop obsessing over, like, where I want to go and the destination, and just kind of appreciate the journey, I guess. So Dart is my online coaching business. It's Doughtys, American running team. It's dirt cheap if you're looking for a coach. Plan starting at $50 a month. Nobody cheaper than that. Up to $100 for full service. Like, call me whenever you want. I give nutrition tips. I give, like, mental tips. I give running tips every week. So, Doughty's American running team. Nice little acronym, DART.
Love that. So yeah, definitely check that out. We'll link it, and we're gonna get him on the Trackster wave after this, but that's for another meeting.
I like it. It's not about running that sub 2:30 marathon or whatever it is. It's like we're talking about the journey, like where you're at now, how you got there, and who you become once you've either gotten there or failed or whatever it is, because that is running. Like, not everyone's going to reach their goals.
Right.
That's the big question mark, right?
Right.
So I think that's the coolest part, is just helping people grow, whether it's like a middle school kid that is just starting to go through puberty and doesn't know what life's about, or a 50-year-old woman that just had a midlife crisis, like going through a rough time and is diving into running for the first time.
Yeah, I love that.
So it's just such a big range, and anybody can do it. All you need is a pair of shoes.